Hello, my friends. We are back, and we continue to fight. A great war, a great struggle for the continuity of our empire, the continuity of the great bishopric of Munster. Um, I must admit that the war that we are about to embark on um, isn't going to be an easy war. It isn't going to be a quick war, but it will be a necessary war for the sake of building up an empire. Not just an empire in one continent, but a global empire. An empire to rival that of I don't know, what are some great empires in history, like some truly great ones? The British Empire, I suppose. Whoa, hold on a second, guys. Rogue nation. Oh yeah, a lot of people consider us to be a rogue nation, unfortunately, which is which is quite sad. We don't want that to be the case. But yeah, a lot of people consider us to be a rogue nation because of the more liberal policies, shall we say, that we've enacted throughout our provinces. Yeah, people don't tend to typically like us, but hey, anyway, yes, this is an important war that we are about to fight, right? And like I said, it's a necessary war. It's a war that we don't want to bring about, but it's a war that we have to bring about. And so I shall begin this war of conquest with my general here in Africa, uh, Bernard Christoph Ernst. Christoph will be leading what I am calling the Arm von Munster, the Army of Munster, I suppose. I don't know. Will be leading against Benin, who is threatened by us, but they are not outright, at war with us. But it matters not. We shall declare war, and we shall emerge victorious. Again, as I said before, this is not a war that we wish to fight, but this is a war that we must fight. This is a war not just for the survival of our nation, but the survival of all European states. And this must be understood in its entirety. Um, oh, oh. Cancel those guys. Maybe cancel these guys too, maybe. Interesting. This might have been a mistake. I admit this may have been a mistake, but it matters not for No, it's okay. All we need to do is take the capital. That's all we need. That's all we're looking to do, is take the capital. If we lose the other provinces, I mean, it sucks, but that's all we need. Is just take the capital. We have very specific war aims here, very specific, right? And if we do that, then we'll be fine. I'm sure. Moreover, we have a here. Let me mothball forts over here in Europe because they don't need to be at full alert. Austria, yeah, I guess. Um, but yes, we did lose our navy though. Unfortunately, it would seem. Maybe did we? I don't know if we did recall. Okay. That was really important. Okay. Oh, they're at war with Holland as well. Uh, Trade efficiency is paramount. We are running low on soldiers. This is kind of like the important thing here. So what's gonna need to happen is for all my boasting, before this conflict began, we're going to need to make sure that we recapture some, because as you see, they're occupying all of our colonies at this point in time, um, and that's just no good. Um, and we need to um, you know, make soldiers to fight. Uh, we're winning the battles. We're winning the battles. It's just, um, these are, no. Honestly, I'm really envious of Congo right now because, I mean, of the Dutch, because right now they're pretty much like they don't they the Dutch aren't really fighting, like they're just sort of going in because they 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 just can, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but not enough manpower. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I could have a peace treaty with. Sue for peace. Demand tribute. White peace. We negotiate on behalf of our entire alliance, and they are merely negotiating for themselves. Send demands. Okay. Where are provinces that have slaves? Those are the provinces we want. We don't want the provinces that don't have slaves, because the provinces that don't have slaves, we wanna control the slave trade. You know what I mean? That's fundamentally the goal, is to control the slave trade. Oh my gosh, they completely just ran amok with their colonialization efforts. We must go about a campaign of liberating our territories. Outrageous. $15,000 soldiers against our, or it should be 15,000, but our soldiers haven't really had a chance to really rest and recuperate for some time. Goodness, and they force marched them too. Venice is at war with who? France, maybe even. Okay, no, I thought. Yeah, they are at war with France. Who's France at war with? Switzerland, Venice? Savoy, Liège. Well, this is gonna be an interesting conflict here. Cologne declared war on Saxony. Better leave it. Um, and if Benin, we don't have a military in. Why are they calling us into war? Um, who's Bohemia at war with? Because this is really like just. Because you see, the problem is that I wouldn't mind, but like we don't have really like a military, like we do, but Saxony, Mecklenburg, Magdeburg, Austria, Venice, and Holland. Like it's just such a difficult decision to make because it's like I didn't. Um. Hmm. Um. Oh, I just my thing is like look. I mean, if we look at the leisure and we look at the military and we look at the armies for these nations, right? So okay, so we're talking about like so we're talking war with Saxony, right? Which only has 10,000, so it's like okay, fine, whatever. And then they have a manpower of 8,000, so it's like okay, fine, whatever. But then we're talking about Venice, which is 63,000, right? Then we're talking about Austria, which is 24,000, right? And then Cologne, if we look at Cologne, has 28,000 and has all of them drawn up already, right? Like I don't it's not necessarily a problem. Like, and then like Holland has 36. That God knows where they got 36,000 soldiers from, right? Like, seriously, I don't know where they have 36,000 soldiers from. Um, but you can imagine the fighting that's gonna be happening around in these colonies, though. It's gonna be pretty interesting. You see, I just don't want to lose the empire I already have. I don't care about growing my empire against other European nations. I just don't want to lose the one I already have. You know what I mean? Um, so, cause like we're gonna go to war against Benin again for sure, and we're gonna go to war against Dagbon again for sure, like no doubt. Um, and we have to, because if we're probably gonna end up going to war right now. I just don't want to do that. Just don't want to go to war. But we're compelled to do so, right? For our allies, we're compelled. Like, I'm just thinking. Like, it's a really hard decision. We're going to accept. I know we're going to accept, so I guess we should just accept anyway. I just don't like Cologne doing this because this is aggressive and they shouldn't be doing what they're doing right now. Because this is seriously aggressive. Um, we're not at war with Lubeck, are we? No, we're not at war with Lubeck. I have to deal with a war on like three fronts now. This is awful. And Clone is just like, oh, we only have to deal with a war on one front. who do we need to? Okay, we gotta take land from. Force march, force march, force march. Oh. Down to Africa. Ease tensions, ease tensions, ease tensions. Okay, hold on. Okay, look, you know what? Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I think the war is going pretty well. Okay, I think the war is going pretty well. And I'm confident that Great Britain, the power that is Great Britain, can go ahead and defend and protect our our colonies overseas fairly decently. Um, it's just we like I said, I just really didn't want to get dragged into this war. I hate the fact that I'm involved in this, and as such a major participant too. You know, because there's some wars that I could get dragged into, right? Like when I first started playing this game, where it was like I was just a minor participant. You know, I was just like one small nation, and there was like a much larger military. And there is a much larger military, right? Like Cologne technically, I suppose, has a larger military than we do, at least in this area, and Great Britain has a much larger military than we do. But at the same time, like we can't just sit back in the sidelines and just kind of watch everything kind of unfold and then whatever happens happens because we're not going to lose anything. It's like, no, this is a serious war where we could potentially start losing stuff if things don't go right for us. So um, we need to acquit ourselves well. um, 68,000. Oh shoot. Okay. Yeah, they just somehow like a large force of like 60,000 just kind of like rallied and was right there. 60,000. They only have they had 15,000 soldiers elsewhere fighting. Um, and we're marauding through the Dutch Congo, but um, Saxe, Hamburg. Goodness gracious me, this war. Okay, well, we're in retreat. Um, we're in retreat. So, and we're heading right for the Austrians. Okay, we should do what we can to have peace as fast as possible. Um, I'm thinking about Europe right now. I'm thinking about Europe. Okay, here we go. Uh, Give us strong morale. Because, like, we're losing this war, and we're going to lose unless Britain does anything. And when I mean does something, I mean, like, actually fucking, like, send soldiers to, I don't know, like, invade, um, some of these places, because Yeah, I mean we won some good battles, which was good, but I don't know how we're losing the naval war though. Oh, they want provinces, dude. No, man. Like, screw them. Great. What was that? Okay. Well, I'm gonna end this here because that was just it didn't work out. So thanks for watching, guys. Just kind of BS, and Great Britain doesn't really do much of anything. And Holland, again, being as overpowered as they always are for a country that is pretty insignificant, if we're being honest, historically. Um, I mean, unless you count genocides as being an important contribution to historical events, but um, yeah, because we're not gonna win this. I don't think. There's just no way. Because like just militarily, unless Britain launches some sort of like D-Day thing, this isn't gonna work. So I mean, they have 48,000 soldiers right there, just doing nothing, and no ships to transport them. And Holland, of course, for some reason, has like the strongest navy in the game. So and yeah, and then our 10,000 guys got massacred by like all these rebels. Like I don't even know what this is. This was like something thousand. I don't know. Like right when we got there, I guess they just so. And now we literally don't have a military anymore. Um, so yeah, but yeah, that's it.